What's up, Niner family? My name is JT Magnum, and welcome back to Niner News. The 49ers lost in heartbreaking fashion to the Seattle Seahawks 12-9 on Sunday, and it was morally demoralizing to watch. It was absolute torture. They failed to score a touchdown for the second consecutive week. I don't think that's been done in years on the 49ers, and it's just really rough to watch the offense right now. Another thing, it was just so close. Like, to be able to stay close with Seattle in Seattle is a big step for us, given the record last year and given the way we've played the last few years. It was good to see him compete with Seattle and play hard and almost, sneak out a victory, but unfortunately couldn't do it, and that sucks. But all in all, the 49ers played well. I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of the way they're playing this year. I just wish their offense would be a lot better. We're going to talk about the defense first, though. The defense played lights out. The defense, at the beginning of the game, the defense was it was kind of like a bend but not break defense. It just seemed like Seattle was just driving easily. Their pass protection was really good, especially in the first quarter. And but they couldn't get the running game going, but their pass protection was pretty good in the first quarter. And it just seemed like they could pretty much do what they wanted, and it just got frustrating to watch a little bit that first quarter. But the 49ers hung tough, and I think they were only trailing like 3-0 after that, and it was awesome. But the defense, showed up really, especially in the second half. They played really, really well, and I actually felt the Niners should have won that game. I felt the Niners played very, very well. I thought there was a lot of holding going on, offensive holding by the Seahawks that wasn't called. One in particular was the touchdown pass from Russell Wilson to Paul Richardson. There was at least 2 or 3 separate holds I saw on that, and a lot of people tweeted at me and showed me the holds, and you could see the holds. It was pretty clear it was obvious holds, but in the NFL, the good teams get the calls, it seems like, and sometimes your team suffers. So, unfortunately, the Niners couldn't get that call. The refs didn't see it, apparently, or they just didn't want to throw the flag on it, and they just didn't throw it. So, the rest is history. The 49ers gave up that touchdown and couldn't score after that. But when you give up 12 points to the Seahawks, you should be able to score more than 9 and win the game. So, unfortunately, the Niners just could not stick it in the end zone. It was just absolute torture. But the defense played well. Eric Reid played a great game until he got hurt, and he tried to tough it out and go back out there, and I can't believe he did that. I was like, why are you going out? Just go back to the bench. If your knee hurts and you have problems with it, why would you try to go back out there? I mean, testament to him for being, a warrior, but at the same time, is the difference between being a warrior and being stupid and hurting your team later and hurting yourself worse. Fortunately for him, it's a PCL injury, and I guess he'll be back within a few weeks or so. But when your knee hurts, don't go back in the game. But you're playing NFL football, don't go back in the game. And you could see he was hobbling really bad, and he shouldn't have been in there. But I'm glad he's okay. I'm glad it's not an ACL or MCL or anything really, really devastating that'll keep him out for the year. Because I really like Eric Reid in this defense. I think this is the perfect defense for him, and he's showing it so far this year. Who else stood out? DeForest Buckner stood out really well. I mean, he was just all over the quarterback. Eric Armstead was all over the quarterback. There was a lot of people basically getting in. Aaron Lynch got in on a few occasions. He's one of the people that got held a lot of times. On that drive alone, on that one drive that Seattle scored the touchdown, there was so many holds not called during that drive where Russell Wilson kept running all over the place. It seemed like Russell Wilson was running for every first down, and he was basically running for his life and kept running and just kept running and running and running. It was absolute torture to watch that they were holding and just nothing was called. And I was getting a little frustrated at some point. I wish the 49ers would spy him. I felt like if Reuben Foster was in that game, Russell Wilson definitely would not have some of those yards that he was picking up, because I think Reuben Foster would have tracked him down. But unfortunately, he wasn't, and it just didn't play out in our favor. And he just kept running for first downs. They just seemed to not learn their lesson and let this guy keep running. But they couldn't keep him contained. So that's the only part that upset me. But the defense played well. I thought the pass defense played very well. Baldwin was was held in check. Most of the receivers were held in check all day. I thought the secondary did a great job, and for the most part, the defense they played well. I mean, you held Seattle in Seattle to 12 points, and you couldn't win a game. So that brings me to the offense. The offensive line, I thought, played well to a point. Their run blocking was superb for the most part, especially with Hyde. Hyde was able to break off a couple good runs. He rushed for, I think, 125 yards or so, and he had a great game. Just couldn't get it in the end zone. Breida had a nice run or two. I think he had 2 good runs. He had some decent yardage as well. All in all, the rushing offense was awesome. It's the passing offense is just horrible right now, and I think the 49ers need to make a change. I know Hoyer's the man. I know C.J. Beathard is a rookie, but if you're going to pass the reins to him, pass it now, because Hoyer can probably do better off serving him better, just telling him what to do or showing him some pointers while he's out in the field learning, because right now at this point, Hoyer is just horrible. He's horrible. He just seems to hold on to the ball too long. He's indecisive. When he does throw it seems like our guys are dropping it out. I have to give him credit. It was in Seattle. It was pouring rain, as it always is. For some reason, why is it that every time we go to Seattle, I know it rains a lot in Seattle, I get it, but how come every time the 49ers play in Seattle, it's just rain, always rain, always like hard rain. But when Dallas goes or somebody else goes to Seattle, like Arizona or something, perfect weather. Perfect sunny skies, sunny blue or sunny nights, cloudy, just whatever, perfect sky for them. But it's always rainy in Seattle every time we play there. It's annoying. But anyways, there was a lot of drop passes due to that, I assume, because Marquise Goodwin dropped another one that should have been a first down. Could have put us in a scoring position. We probably could have scored a touchdown by then. There was some other plays that were just missed, and it just seemed like Hoyer he had time. He just held on to the ball or just didn't take off or just didn't do anything with the ball. It's very frustrating. So I think it's maybe time for the rookie to come in and maybe see what he can do, because I don't know, man. Hoyer's he looked so good in the preseason. Looked like he'd be airing it out a little bit, but he has just done nothing. I don't even think he threw one deep pass in this game against Seattle. I don't remember him throwing a deep pass, actually, to be honest with you. I have to go back and look at that game. But if I remember correctly, I don't remember a deep pass being thrown. And he just seems uneasy. Doesn't seem like he's comfortable in the pocket. Doesn't seem like he's comfortable at all, like just running the offense. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know, maybe it's just Seattle's defense. I don't know, but it's just horrible. And Carolina's defense has been pretty good this year too, so maybe that's what it is, 2 tough defenses. I don't know. Maybe it'd be better against the Rams, but the Rams front 4 is not any better, and I mean not any worse. And their secondary has been playing pretty good this year too. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm hoping that they at least, if he can't get a touchdown, they got to make a change. I think it might be time for C.J. Beathard to come in. But Marquise Goodwin dropped the pass. He's getting annoying. I know he drops passes. I get it. I've watched him in Buffalo. I live in New York, so I see a lot of Buffalo games every week. The Bills are on, so that's the main game on every network, or not every network, but it's the main game on one of the local networks here all the time is the Bills, because that's the home team over here. Buffalo's only 45 minutes from where I live, or an hour away from where I live, but still, the Bills are always on. And I've seen Goodwin play. I've seen his high points. I've seen a lot of low points. I've seen a lot of drop passes. And that's one thing I didn't like about him, and it's starting to show. I mean, he drops passes. The guy gets open. He's a superb athlete. He can do some things if he catches the ball. I mean, you gotta catch the ball. You're a receiver in the NFL. You gotta catch the ball. You got that kind of speed. You got that kind of talent. Catch the ball. I thought the receivers played okay. I mean, like I said, given the circumstance playing in Seattle against that secondary, it's hard to do, but they didn't even take any shots. They didn't do much. And so that's the part that's frustrating a little bit, but it was good to see them compete. It's good to see the Niners play hard, and it looks like that defense is for real. At least the defense is for now. The offense hasn't figured it out yet. I don't know what they're doing, but all in all, the game was close. The game was tight. And I'm pretty excited for the next upcoming game on Thursday. So you might get 2 videos this week, actually, because the Niners play on Thursday, so against the Rams. So I'll probably do one 2 days after that. Probably be Saturday or so. So let me know what you think in the comment section about the team, about how the offensive line is played, how the defensive line and the defense in general is played. Let me know your thoughts on Brian Hoyer. I know a lot of you are going to say we want Cap back. That's not going to happen, so don't even bother. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth thinking about Kaepernick because right now he's not going to be on any NFL teams. No NFL team wants Kaepernick right now, and because he's a headache. He's not a headache to the players. He's a headache to the team, meaning like he just brings so much negative publicity on a team that owners are they're too scared to sign him because they're scared if they sign him, then people will protest, and then there's going to just be all kinds of stuff. And it's just, to me, I find it just strange that, that people are so worried about him not standing for the national anthem. Now, I get it. I respect the flag. I always, take my hat off. I always put my hand on my heart. I stand for the flag. I get it. I understand that part. But, like, there's people in the NFL that have, like, punched women. They, like, beat the crap out of women. They've done all kinds of terrible things, but nothing was done to them. It just seems like they were signed. People signed them. And I just find that strange that there's this double negative when it comes to that. Like, would it have been any different if, like, that Kaepernick was punching the flag? I mean, what's the difference between those two? And I don't think it's just, that big of a deal, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, that's just another rant and just another stupid thing that goes on. I don't really want to have Kaepernick talk because that's a debate. Everybody has their own opinion when it comes to that. And to me, nobody's correct or wrong when it comes to that. It's just everybody's opinion. I mean, everybody has their opinion when it comes to that. And there's just nothing you're going to do is sway, the opinion of another. So what's the point? You could put on memes, you can do all kinds of different things, but it's not going to make me think any differently than I think. It's not going to make you think any differently than I think just because I said something, and nor do I want to sway your opinion. It's just, I'm just telling you mine. But, anyways, let me know what you thought about the game. Let me know what you think about the quarterback, Brian Hoyer. If you think C.J. Beathard should maybe get a shot, let me know what you think about the receivers, how they played, the running back, Carlos Hyde, how he played, because I thought he played a great game, and Matt Breida actually as well. And yeah, that's it. And let me know what you think about the upcoming game against the Rams, how you think the 49ers will do. All right? So for JT Magnum and Niner News, I'm out. Peace.